Welcome to the third match of Rank 2 of the 2023 Pokemon Showdown Championship Tournament. It's Block versus Alyssa, and I think this is going to be a very exciting match because Block and Alyssa have given us some of the best battles that we've seen. If you were tuning in last year, you'll know that Block made it all the way to the top of the tournament last year. He didn't knock out Ebonblade, but he knocked out everybody else, and that's saying something. Guy's got a lot of smooth moves. Now, Alyssa, on the other hand, here, she's given a lot of pause to some of the strongest battlers these tournaments have seen. If you go back and watch some of her older matches, you know what a hell of a fight she can put up. And she's made it here to Rank 2, and both of these battlers here are out for blood. So I think this is going to be a very tense match. Let's get down to the pitch and see how our battlers are doing. Block, how are you doing today? How are you feeling about this match?
A little nervous, but I'm ready to beat your wife.
In a Pokemon match. In a Pokemon match, yes.
In a Pokemon match.
All right, Alyssa, how are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. I just, Block, just make sure you do not send me the therapy bill because I'm not paying.
Fair enough.
All right. Block, anything you want to fire back with?
No you, Uno reverse card.
All right, that's enough battle of speech. Let's get down to battle of Pokemon. 3, 2, 1, begin! Alright, we're off immediately. Block's leading with the Slowking. Alyssa's leading with the Clodsire. He's leading with me. Yes, I am always an excellent Pokemon to send out first. Now, that Slowking on Block's side of the field, I think we've seen that used before from Block. That's a very interesting mon. A lot of good moves, excellent typing, but same Clodsire is new to this generation and has just been cleaning house this year. Let's see how these two go head-to-head. No, okay, Alyssa's gonna bring in the Hydreigon. There is a chilly reception that's gonna bring in some snow. Now, if I'm correct, snow this generation doesn't chip anymore, so I'm not really sure if it gained anything to make up for that. I don't really know. I haven't played this gen, but let's see what Block is gonna do by bringing in the snow. Okay, he's gonna bring in the Iron Valiant, Hydreigon. Oh no, okay, it's like a U-turn. Okay, it increases the physical defense of ice types. Okay, got it. Didn't know that. All right, so Block has brought out the Iron Valiant. That is a new favorite Pokemon of mine. I used that in my first match. I really liked it. It's strong. It's fast. Great offensive typing. Okay, Alyssa's switching in for the Primarina. There's a Moonblast, which is gonna put a pretty big dent into the Primarina. That's not good. And there's another Moonblast that's gonna straight up tank out Alyssa's Primarina in the first three turns. Block has secured 1 kill under his belt, getting rid of one of Alyssa's strongest mons. Let's see who she can send out next to counterbalance it. All right, she's brought out the Clodsire again.
Meeting has commenced.
All right, and Block is switching out for the Gliscor, and there's a Toxic. Now that doesn't really do much against Gliscor. I assume it was holding a Toxic Orb, meaning it was going to get poisoned anyway, because that's the only thing anyone ever does with a Gliscor. So, yeah. All right. Now that is a good switch in for Block. Let's see if Alyssa wants to keep in the Clodsire or send somebody out to see if she's got anything else up her sleeves. The snow's coming down, but I'm not really sure who it's supposed to be benefiting in this case. Okay, here's Toxapex. There's a knockoff that's going to get rid of Toxapex's leftovers, but otherwise Toxapex took that hit really well. As Toxapex always does. Let's see if she wants to keep that out or if Block's going to swap out. Block is going to swap out for the Slowking. There's a Scald. Not going to do a whole lot of damage, but does get the burn on the Slowking. That's going to start chipping it away. All right, now let's see if these battlers want to keep these guys out. They've both suffered a little bit of damage, but there's definitely some damage that could be done. Let's see. Okay, there's another Scald from Toxapex, and Slowking is going for the Future Sight, so that's going to come down in a few turns. Now let's see, the question is, will Toxapex be able to sustain that? No, okay, Alyssa's bringing out the Hydreigon. There's another chilly reception that's going to bring in the snow. And there it goes, bringing out the Iron Valiant again. Alright, so that Snow is down again. I'm assuming Block is just using that for utility at this point because Snow isn't benefiting anyone's Pokemon here. That's a clever move, though. Must be new to this generation. Alright, so the Iron Valiant is back out. And let's see, we saw Block use it earlier. It was pretty devastating. Okay, let's gonna bring out the Toxapex. There's a Moonblast. Toxapex gonna eat it pretty well. Does drop the, oh, there's the super effective Psychic hit! I can't believe that Toxapex survived that. And there's a Moonblast that is gonna get rid of the Toxapex. Block has brought down 2 of Alyssa's Pokemon without losing any of his own. Let's see what happens next. Alyssa's gonna have to send in somebody to deal with this thing. Okay, there's the Clodsire again. Now let's see what... Okay, Block is going to bring back out the Slowking. There's a Poison Jab, but the Slowking is going to resist that thanks to its typing. Now let's see what can happen next here. I don't think we've seen any of Slowking's other moves yet. We saw the Chilly Reception, we've seen... Okay, there's a Protect from Clodsire, there's a Future Sight, that one's gonna be coming down again. And a little bit of chip damage from the burn. From the burn there. Alright, let's see. Okay, Alyssa's gonna bring in the Hydreigon again. There's a Chilly Reception. I feel like we're just running in circles here. Okay, and there is the Iron Valiant back onto the field. Okay, Alyssa's bringing in her Gliscor. There's a Moonblast, big dent on the Gliscor, and there's the Future Sight attack, and Alyssa loses the Gliscor before it can do anything. This is not looking good. All right, let's see who she wants to send out next.
The meeting continues.
Block has got her stuck in this roll of a very, very clearly well thought out roll of attacks here.
The Chilling Loop.
Yeah, I've never seen that used before. That's pretty impressive. Alyssa's gonna have to do some real thinking if she's gonna turn this around in any way. Let's see who she wants to bring out next. Gotta think about this very carefully. The battle hinges here. Alright, she's bringing out the Ferrothorn. Let's see what Block wants to do about that. That is a pretty strong physical wall. Okay, and there's his own Gliscor. Ferrothorn's gonna go for the knockoff, getting rid of that Toxic Orb, which unfortunately doesn't do a whole lot there since it's already poisoned. Let's see what they're gonna do next. Gliscor is a very tricky Pokemon to deal with unless you can catch it by surprise like Block did a few turns ago. Okay, there's a knockoff gonna get rid of Ferrothorn's Rocky Helmet. Does get some chip damage from the Rocky Helmet there. Ferrothorn's bulking up with the defense. And that's gonna make it a lot harder to kill physically. So let's see if Block wants to keep in his bat or send in somebody else. He's going to bring in the Sinistcha. And there's another Iron Defense from the Ferrothorn. Let's see what this thing has to deal with a Ferrothorn. This is the second time I've seen it. I think the first time I've seen it was in Block's previous match. Okay, going for a Calm Mind. There's a Thunder Wave. That's going to hurt its speed quite a bit. Let's see if Ferrothorn can do anything else against it. If Block chooses to set up here, he's still going to have to deal with that. Okay, there's a knockoff super effective hit there. Getting rid of the Citrus Berry, so that'll prevent its healing a little bit down the line there, but it is stacking up the special defense and special attack. It is getting ready to unleash something big, I think. Although I'm not familiar with this Pokemon's moveset, so I really have no clue what I'm talking about here. I really should have played this gen a little more. Okay, let's see what our battlers are going to do next. Alright, there's a Shadow Ball that's going to put a big dent into the Ferrothorn and drop its special defense. There's a Leech Seed, but it's a Grass type. It's immune to the Leech Seed. That is not a good position for Ferrothorn. And there's another knockoff thanks to the Paralyze, getting some damage in on that Sinistcha. Is that how you pronounce it, Block? How do I pronounce this thing?
I have no clue.
Alright, I'm just going to keep calling it whatever then.
I just call him Goop.
Goop, yeah, okay, Goop. That's good.
Or they. It does not have a gender.
That's fair. Alright, and Alyssa's gonna bring in the Clodsire, and there's another Parallax there from the Thunder Wave. Now let's see what the Clodsire is gonna do. Okay, and there's the Gliscor again. There's a Poison Jab, which Gliscor is just going to resist and recover with some health. That Gliscor is just super strong. I'm surprised it's not running facade, or maybe it is. I haven't seen. No, it's got a knockoff there, trying to knock off Clodsire's item, and it is just dominating the field here. Just a super impressive wall. But you know that's Gliscor, everyone. If we've seen it used. Okay, there's the Hydreigon going for the Earthquake. Excellent switch by Alyssa, predicting the Earthquake. And the Levitate makes it immune. It takes no damage on that switch. And now what can she do with it? Alright, there's a Dark Pulse. Decent bit of damage there. And a flinch. Bit of the poison heal recovering, but that was still okay, there's another Dark Pulse that's going to do a lot of damage there. Oh, and it gets a Toxic off of the Hydreigon. Hydreigon's on a timer now, but it can still dish out a lot of damage. There's another Dark Pulse, and that is going to take out Gliscor, one of Block's most important walls. Now, the Hydreigon still has that Toxic on it, but there's a lot of damage potential there. Let's see who Block... Okay, Block is going to send in his Garchomp. What is Alyssa going to do? Is she going to keep in the Hydreigon? Is she going to swap out for somebody else? Let's find out. Garchomp is a fearsome Pokemon to go up against from anybody. Okay, she's bringing in the Clodsire. There's a Scale Shot. Clodsire. Oh, and then there is multiple hits. Clodsire eats it pretty well. And there is a speed increase. Is that an effective Scale Shot? I would assume so. I don't know. I think that's another new move. Okay, there's a Swords Dance for the Garchomp. And there's a nice recover there from the Clodsire. Getting almost back to full health. And Dried says yes, it was. Okay, good. And then super effective Earthquake takes out Clodsire. This might be it for Alyssa unless she can bring in something else.
You have been banished, Jacob.
Yeah, that kind of hurt, not gonna lie. Alright, she's brought in the Hydreigon once more. There's a Scale Shot, it's fast! That's gonna take out the Hydreigon, and there it goes! That speed boost was enough to get it over Hydreigon's natural base speed. Okay, and it's down to Ferrothorn. This might be it for the game, guys. Let's see what happens next. And there's a Fire Fang, that's gonna take it out! There goes the Ferrothorn, and Block takes the match!